This Harbor Freight chainsaw sharpener was owned by someone who didn't like it, so I bought it. It also has generally positive reviews, and it's not very expensive. So why didn't he like it? I found several things. The first one was that this lever for actuating the clamp or the vise was loose. That's not much. Tightening that screw here, no problem. I don't know if that's an issue with these things, but it seems to be working now. But the main thing was this assembly here where it clamps on the chain. I found that this that part in there was actually sticking up above the rest of this surrounding rail for the chain to ride on, so that right here when you squeezed it, it was also adjusted wrong, but it was out enough so that it would slide in and hit the top, the wide part of the chain, causing the whole chain to tilt. And depending on how much you squeezed the lever would determine how much tilt it got, and that's just totally unacceptable because you're getting the wrong angle and you're getting inconsistent angle. So the first thing I did was to just smooth that right down so that it's flat. But also this assembly, you see this got these other pieces here. This assembly was angled so that when this would be the moving part, it was actually tilted so that it would hit the top, the chain part, the wide part first, and not even really clamping the bottom, which is what you're supposed to clamp. So that needed to be straightened out as well. So I made the two jaws parallel, and like I said, I filed that down. But even then, once you put the chain in this part, it would hit the chain, and then the bottom, I noticed, would kind of move in, and I didn't really like that rocking part, so I actually put in a few washers under this bottom screw just to get rid of that rocking action movement. So now I had it clamping the chain properly on the bottom, basically the they call it drive teeth, gripping the drive teeth. What's the matter, kitty? Oh. So another thing I noticed was the tightening knob for the degrees setting here. The tightening knob is underneath. When I tightened it, it would cause this to turn and kind of throw off my setting. And also, I didn't find it tightening enough so that it would stay put. So I put in a washer, and that was an easy fix there. Just a washer under the tightening knob. And one other thing I wanted to do was that you see here I put white on the markings for the degrees. I found that the black pointer didn't really show up, and I had to really work to get the setting accurate. This white stripes makes it much easier to see at a glance whether I'm on the degree setting I want. And I'm only using 30 and 25. So that's all I did. Sure, you could do the rest if you wanted to. But anyway, those were the main things. I did do a little bit of tightening on this. This was pretty loose. And it also ended up being too far this way, so that it didn't end up being in the center of the chain when it came down. So I just put a washer under the pivot here, the pivot in that part. Just a little washer to slide the arm over. It's not real precise, but it works a little better now. So with those upgrades, adjustments, repairs, I really like it. I find it very helpful. I didn't have electric sharpener for many years. I just got by with a hand filing and accumulated over time a number of chains that needed more than just a moderate amount of hand filing. They had enough damage that something like this that would grind more material could do a much more efficient job of sharpening. So he didn't like it, and with good reason. He didn't have it working well, and now that I have it working well, I like it. And even new, they're not expensive really. So if you have a modest amount of chains that need sharpening, I say yeah. Oh, and also, the thing about these is that there's a lot of tweaking, adjustments, and they're kind of fiddly. So if you're not really mechanically inclined, maybe this isn't your thing, because hand filing can be simpler. In the guy that had this was he had moved to the still, what do you call it, I'm not really sure what they call it, but it's like a big flat assembly with something like 3 files or more, and guides that you can use. He said it was faster than this, which I suppose it could be, but he liked it a lot better. And it's so simple to use, no adjustments or anything. So that was better for him, who wasn't so, like I said, mechanically inclined. All right.